I think I'm live. Hello, hello, Zen friends. Welcome to tonight's Messages of Love from Above. I'm back. I just finished a 6-hour session earlier. I know. And I didn't get to any free readings at all. And so if you're rejoining, thank you so much for rejoining. We'll definitely try to get you readings tonight. On Sundays, I always make sure to come back on and finish out all readings, all free readings as well. So if I missed you in the earlier session, my biggest apologies. I'm so sorry. I'm so blessed today, and feel so honored. So thank you guys for that. I did eat something. Hope I got everything out from me to my teeth. Let me know if you see anything. All right. So thank you guys for returning. And let me get rid of this off of here. There we go. All right. Some kind of little still discombobulated. I was rushing around trying to do everything. So I think I'm good. So welcome. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. We got a great group of Zen friends full of huge hearts, great senses of humor. So there's always room for more. So welcome, welcome. And we will start off. Let's get into my routine here. We will start off by bringing some beautiful love energy in for us, and so I'll hit the singing bowl 3 times. We'll let that energy flow into us, fill us up like a singing bowl, and vibrate out into our minds, our hearts, our energetic fields, our physical bodies out into the world to do what it would like to do to help raise the love vibration of the planet. And then as we're doing this, if you're taking some deep breaths, think of at least one thing that you're grateful for in this moment. Thank the creator for it. It helps raise our love vibration. Gratitude is a great transformer of energy and allows us to be in a space of receiving from spirit, both in messages and in abundance and love and whatever else, right? So let us start here. So, big deep breath in. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Beautiful, beautiful energies. Let me just put her out of the way over here. So, welcome everybody. So, if you're new to this channel, new to these readings, welcome. Quickly, how the readings work: we go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. And all you do is you put your question out there, and if you're not sure of what question to ask, or you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading. And for those, we pull 1 to 2 cards for the free readings. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. It's how I eat. So it's very important. But prioritize those, step out of the free readings, dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards for those two, and then I return back to the free readings. I try to get through as many as I can. Like I said, I apologize. The earlier session, it was 6 hours. I didn't get to any free readings, so we'll definitely do our best to try to get to free readings sometime tonight. If I don't get them in this 2 hours, then there's a chance that after I go spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members or so, I'll come back on and finish those out. But I didn't get to capture any of the ones from the earlier session, and I haven't done that in weeks. But maybe it's time for me to balance, right? Maybe we'll see. All right, but so that's how those work. If you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square as well. I don't have a set dollar amount. Whatever you're able to give from your heart is the perfect amount. I know everyone's finances are different. The cost of living is different across the world. The rate of exchange is different across the world. So whatever you give from your heart is perfect. Um, After donations, my YouTube channel members get second priority. We have some in the house. You see their names in green with little badges. So Christina, hello, 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 and Nelly Maderos, hello. And Nelly, I just realized I saw your name as I was clicking off, and I'm like, oh, I didn't do your free reading. So thank you for understanding. I was on my way out, and I didn't grab that. So if you have another free reading, if this isn't the one from the earlier one, please put it down below. I owe you one because that's part of your membership. All right. So shout out to my YouTube channel members. Hello, hello. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, I have two levels: Zen Cricket, $2.99 a month; Praying Mantis, $7.99 a month. And, like I was saying, to Nelia, I usually, and this one I messed up on, but usually will always make sure I complete all my donations and my YouTube channel members. If I don't get to the free readings, sometimes I try to come back on to finish them out, but I always make sure to complete those. We also get together during the week. Thursday nights, we have a 2 to 3 hour, sometimes 4 hour session where we have unlimited tarot readings, oracle readings, past life readings, talk about astrology, whatever. And then my Praying Mantis members, the higher level, we actually get together on Friday and Saturday nights after these sessions and Sunday afternoon after those sessions too. So if you're interested, there is a link down in the description box for that. I also offer personal readings. There's a link down there for that too if you're interested. And blah, blah, blah. That's all the stuff there. Also, my Praying Mantis members do get advanced access to all the videos I put out each month. Like I put out a new moon, full moon, and when the sun changes signs. So happy birthday, all you Taurus sun babies. We are now officially in Taurus sun season. Here's the video here for the that video, and it includes a bonus card for each individual zodiac sign to talk about what area of our life we can use some grounding or self-care. So that's all free if you want to check that one out. Also, this morning, we had the Taurus new moon reading come out for the Taurus new moon that's coming up. So that's free as well. And I have a bunch of other videos that I put out each month to help us in this wonderful, exciting year of change, of astrological changes. And so we've been creating those for that. And okay, yeah, no problem, Christina. And speaking of, I know Christina, you mentioned up here about you hope everyone's well. I love that. And all this energy we're experiencing feels something's a tiny bit askew, or is it just you? It is not just you, I'm sure. Um, One of the things I'm starting to do too, we have every planet from November when Pluto went into Aquarius all the way through November this year. Every planet is changing signs, which is not normal. It doesn't normally happen. It's like I think the last time it happened was 150 years ago. So we don't see it a whole lot in our lifetimes. But this is a huge year of change. So this week I started putting out when a planet changes signs, I'm gonna put out like a little alert indicator, like Mercury. Mercury changes every 3 weeks or so anyway. I think, unless it's in retrograde, then it takes a little longer, but it changes like once a month almost. And then Mercury went into Aries, so we put out an alert because Mercury rules over communication, and that means we can have some fiery communication shooting around, so we can be aware of that. And then yesterday morning, Mars went into Leo, which brings in some interesting energy, and then like Venus will move into um, Aries on April 30th. So I'll give a little update on that one coming up too. But I did one for Leo yesterday. I mean, Mars into Leo. Mars goes every like almost every 2 months, it changes signs. But when you get into the outer planets, Saturn and Jupiter and Saturn and Uranus and Neptune and all those out there, they can take decade, 6, 7, 10, 14, 20 years to change signs. So when those change, it's impactful. And so we'll be talking about all those too. So all that energy that's going on with all that happening, a lot of planets, especially a lot of planets changing into newborn Aries, which is a creative energy, but it's a new energy too. So all that stuff comes in. So a lot of interesting energies, and it impacts us all as a collective of the entire planet. But then, based on our our birth charts or individual birth charts. Sorry, I can see it in my head what I'm trying to say. They impact all the planets, impact us differently depending on what house that planet was in. That's where it'll impact us the most. So you can always look at your birth chart, and like with Mars going into Leo, then like my Mars is in the second house of wealth and um our self-worth and everything, so that will impact that area of my life. So we can really understand that more a little bit more. So anyway, I do go on. All right, so that is what I wanted to talk about. We'll jump into anything. Hey, Teresa, I'm so sorry. Did not get to your reading in the previous session. Didn't get to any free readings. So please repost it and we'll make sure we get you an answer this evening. All you guys with your free readings, I'll do my very best. I that's something that I have to work on, is feeling guilty about not getting people their messages. I feel like that's what I'm here for, right? All right, but let's jump in. We do have a couple donations, so we'll start there. I'm going to use this craft card tarot. It's like the original tarot, but it has a little bit of a different coloration in it, which I like. I'm going to give the Witch Sister tarot a rest because they were going nonstop for 6 hours. So we don't want to have them explode. Alright. So we will jump in. So up first, we do have Nelia. So Nelia, let me put your first timestamp in here. So we'll grab that. And then we'll jump over to Christina and then back to Nelia. That's where we're at on donations right now. All right. So Nelia, thank you for your first donation. Your little innocent halo. Who's that? We know that's not you. Just kidding. It's certainly not me. All right. So, the potluck luncheon that you went to, will you make new friendships and contacts? In general, what did the people think of me? Will anyone reach out to you from the group? Anything else Bear has to say? All right. Yeah. So, let's take a look here. Will you make new friendships and or contacts there? In general, what did the people think of you? Just overall, what was the general consensus? That's consensus in some sort of French accent, probably not even close. Will anyone reach out to you from the group? Okay, based on current energies. Okay, and then anything else Spirit has to say? That one, all right. So, yeah, let's look at the bottom of the deck. We do have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is the, of course, suit of movement of communication, leaving old ways of thinking behind, moving to new ways of thinking. So I do feel like that underlying energy is their movement of thought, movement of things, and that means movement in your life as a uh, ripple from this potluck. So we like that. Will you make friends and or contacts, friendships from here? Yeah, you have the Page of Wands, so there will be a spark of some new activity that comes from here, and the Seven of Cups. I feel like you'll have a wide variety of um, emotional experiences that will spawn from this. Spawn is a kind of an interesting word to use, but it is. It's igniting from it. And so I do feel like there are some friendships and contacts because there's a variety. There's like seven different cups. I feel like you have seven different types of, some closer than others, others more, a contact and networking. So you have like all these different, seven different kind of contacts that eventually happen from this that represent different energies there. So I like that. We do have those. And then what did people think of you generally? Let's take a look. So you've got the 5 of Cups. Yeah, there was some sadsy people there, weren't there? The 5 of Cups, excuse me, is a transformational emotional energy. And there are people that were kind of low down there and they were looking for kind of people to cheer them up and to people to give them, I don't know, give them hope. So there's some people like that were there, and I like this because with this card of change, I feel like that even just your energy, even if they didn't talk a whole lot, just I feel like you felt like some people were watching you, right? And these sadsy people that were in that sadsy kind of emotional state, there was something about your energy that was just it was doing something. It was, we talk about how our energy can transmute other people's emotional energy without us even doing anything. That's what I feel like happened here. So some people were like, I don't know why, but I just feel better after being around you. So that is some consensus there. I like that. You also have the Two of Wands. So there is, the Two of Wands is, whatever we focus on is what, draws in here. But it does feel here with the Two of Wands, it's, the power of energetic choice, and I don't know, do you ever have seen those, like, those 2, like, not really wires, but they're like bars, and then they have this electricity go bzz, bzz. It's like in a Frankenstein movie, bzz, the electricity goes in between and it starts over. That's what I feel like you were. You were like this little electric energy, this little, uh, I don't know, not an electric shock, but there was this feeling of like a sparkiness, consensus. So people were picking up your energy here, which is really cool because it's like outside of, uh, even if you just like stood there, I kind of feel like people felt like this energy from you. And it's interesting because I mean, it kinda looks like this person's just kinda standing there with the world in their hands, but there's this energy that's kind of flowing through here. Interesting. What else? Yeah, and the Two of Swords too. This is this balance, like this head and this heart kind of balance, but this duality kind of energy, and I feel like it's like Gemini energy in a way here, Nelia. Are you here yet? Okay. Because, we've got this feeling like it's intrigue and mystery because it was like they not like you had a split personality, nothing like that, but that there was just people were seeing the 2 sides of you. They were like, "Wow, look at this," and then as you talk, they were like, "Oh, wow, there's, so much more to you than," not that they were judging or whatever, but you know how when you kind of like see someone, you get in first impression, you just kind of put them in a bucket. Oh, they belong with this group. And then you start to talk to people and you get to know them, you're like, oh no, no, you don't belong in there at all. Oh my gosh. And so I feel like in the beginning there was a bit of assumption, but there's like a lot of great clarity that came in a positive way. I like this, but I just feel like there's so much duality here that people were interpreting you in different ways and then changing their opinion, all for the positive. Not that they were had a low opinion of you; they just went like, "Whoa, you're wow." I feel like that impressive kind of energy. So I don't know. That's what's coming in. Excuse me. So, will anyone reach out from the group for you here? Yes. So you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is abundance and fullness. And then the 5 of Wands too. The 5 of Wands is this energy, again, this transmutation, 5 energy of movement of energy. But you know how it starts off looking like these people are all battling and conflicting, but all these are friends helping each other grow. So I definitely feel like people will reach out to you from the group here, and you might even be surprised on some of who they are, because you might have had some energy around some people going, "Oh, I feel like they're conflicted, so they're probably not going in. It's them that do it." And you're like, "Oh my gosh." And it's just their personality. But I like it for you. I do feel like you do have people that reach out to you here. What else does Spirit want you to know here? Yep, the High Priestess. Trust your gut, trust your instincts. This is the empathic ability. Um, and I like that. The High Priestess goes into our High Priestess temple, of course, to connect with spirit and all that. But I like that you're out of the temple spreading the messages that you hear from spirit, right? The high priestess, all she did was stay in the temple. No one would hear anything from her. So it's great that you do spend time in your temple, but that you also go out and share those messages with the world. So I like that. Your fortune cookie here. What else around this potluck do they want you to know here? Here we go. Joy. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the result. So I love that. Great energy there. So joy, joy, joy. Spread joy. And when you spread joy, you get the results from that. So I like that. All right. So that's for your first one, Nalia. Thank you for your first donation. We'll circle back around here in a moment. But then we have Christina Lowe. You are up. So, Christina, let's put out your timestamp down here. Don't know why I'm suddenly speaking in Southern. All right. All right. So, thank you for your donation, Christina. And so, your first question, you said, you feel strongly connected to someone younger than you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He feels familiar, and our connection feels like a continuation that was strong before. If so, who were we to each other? Why have we reconnected? All right, let's take a look here. Let's just take a quick sip here. All right. Tell us about who were you to each other and why have you reconnected? All right. Well, cards are flying out here. Okay. All right. Yeah. So on the bottom of the deck, you do have the Tower card. And I do feel like the last, like, I feel like you guys do have past lifetime connections. And I feel like you guys had a sudden departure in your past lifetime. You guys got blasted out of your life there. Either one person left or you both did. But I feel like your connection ended abruptly in your last lifetime. Um, So that's kind of this feeling like, what was it that you said? A continuation. Yeah. That's that word. It's that continuation because it's like, oh, we didn't finish that. Well, let's restart it and do that again this lifetime. So who were you guys to each other last lifetime, right? So we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, well this if I don't read the bottom of the deck, they always give me cards anyway. Just in case I don't read the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity opening up in this lifetime, and the Full card, which is a card of a new beginning. Like it's one of my like reincarnation, past life kind of card indicators. So this is a new opportunity, and the Page of Pentacles is a continuation kind of energy because it moves from um the 10 to the 11, right? Southern French, right? Bon- Bonjour. Right. So let's see. So they're saying yes, you definitely had a past life connection. Who were you to one another? All right. So there is a Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords is um one of those cards that represents like a compatible partner. So I do feel like you guys were um, lovers in that past life. The Seven of Swords is about betrayal, is about dishonesty and lies, and maybe one of you took the other out. I don't know. I don't feel that. But this is that there was um, some deceit from that lifetime that was going on in that, and that you've come back here. We'll see why here, but I do feel like there was, definitely it was like we're so compatible. Why are we holding? And it doesn't feel like betrayal in the betrayal of the sense of like going outside the marriage and sleeping with someone else kind of thing. This feels like there were things that were being kept from one another. Um, and I'm trying to seep into that lifetime a little bit to understand it because it felt like there were uh, someone's past or pasts, like both of you were kind of holding back who you really were, um, because of and it feels almost like, and this isn't the exact thing, but it's like the Hatfields and the McCoys. It's like you didn't tell each other what clan or whatever you came from because you each knew that the other one hated your family, but you guys didn't have that, you know, kind of angst towards people. You just knew, oh, if my parents found out, they would probably try to kill you. And oh, so we understand why it was cut short, right? Because if the other family found out, kind of thing. And I feel like you'd moved away from where your families and clans were, but when you found out um, who they were, you changed your name. Or vice versa. So there was a secret being kept because it's like they can't know that I'm from this. So one of you knew who the other person was, but the other one changed their name, their last name, so that they wouldn't, But that's what happened is someone found out and um, offed one of you because there was such hatred among the clan. So there was someone that did that. So this energy isn't like, you know, back in in this last 100 years, it feels like it goes back a little further than that. Interesting, interesting. Oh, oh, there it continues, right? There could be, right? Well, we'll see here. So, what is the reason here? Why have you guys reconnected? Wow, Six of Cups, another past life connection energy. Because you guys want to fulfill this. You want to. continue the journey that you guys wanted to have with one another. Yeah, Queen of Wands, the passionate queen. I get it. And the Knight of Pentacles. I love it. The queen and the knight, because the knight serves the queen, right? The queen sends knights on quests. And so you wanted to continue this experience and fulfill it and allow it to unfold. So you definitely there because it was cut short, there is this experience, and whether it's, it doesn't have to be romantic if you don't want it to be. You're like, "Oh, I want it to be." But there's this, you know, completion, and that's the way our lifetimes work. There's no rush. We're eternal. We can, if we don't do something in one lifetime, we'll do it in another. That's why, creator and spirit are like, why are you guys being so serious? It's a playground. Go play. What if I don't complete that? Then you'll do it in another lifetime, right? Your ages are too different. Well, that depends. It's up to everyone. That's up to you. But, and the queen and the knight, they're at different levels too, right? Um, so you can still have, the experience of relationship. I know. But you can have an experience of a relationship without it turning into romance or sexual or anything like that, right? But you can still learn and grow from each other and experience each other's energy, and have completion and that type of thing too. So pretty fun. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here. Spirit knows all. I know. If you all knew everything that I knew, oh my gosh. When people at work found out that I knew things about people, because there's people that had readings from me, and um, and they started sharing things at work, going, "He knows a lot that you don't know he knows," and people would come up to me and go, "You still like me even if you know things about me?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." I go, "Trust me, there's not anything there that other people haven't had." So it's really cool. Caution, tread softly so as not to just don't disturb the woodland floor. In other words, Christina, don't scare the animals. Caution, proceed with caution. Of course, uh, they're of course of legal age, I'm assuming. You know, but you're fine. You're fine. Trust me. So that's what they have for that, and then we'll circle back around for your other question as well in a little bit. All right. All righty. So that is for that, Christina. Christina, I'm excited for you. So, and you can talk to their higher self too and interact at that level. That's what's great about us and our ability to speak to each other's higher selves. And so we can talk to the actor behind the character if we want to, if that feels more comfortable, at least in the beginning. You can do that too. All right. So Nelia, we'll circle back around here for your second question. Thank you again for your donation. Appreciate that. The wink, wink. So you want to know anyone and anything coming towards you and anything you need to know, whatever spirit wants to say. All right. We will dive in there. You are welcome. All right. Let me just take a look here. Okay. So, who, anyone, or anything that's coming towards you that spirit thinks you need to know right now? 2 1 2 1 2. It's like a dance step of some kind. There definitely is, because of a change of mindset here. So there's that Six of Swords that came up with your first one on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. So there definitely is something that's unfolding here, step by step. 2 1 2 1 2, etc., or 1 2 1 2 1 2. Right. So we definitely have that here. And let's see, is it someone or something? Someone. Two of Cups. So there definitely is a relationship energy, peace of mind, which is good. It's a mentally stable interaction with someone. Um, I do feel like that's important to know here with the Four of Swords. That's like letting go of expectations and be open minded, is what I really feel with this um, person that's coming towards you. With that Six of Swords on the bottom, I do feel like this is someone from the potluck that you went to, because that's what we got on the bottom card for the potluck. So it's really coming through that that is that, that energy that is here, right? Um, so it is someone coming your way. But again, it's like if you don't keep an open mind, you might kind of like they were doing prejudging and going, I don't know. But it's like, no, listen, really listen to who they are and what they're bringing forward. Try not to put them in a box right away. I like that. You also have the Hierophant. Yeah, this is wonderful energy. This is, spirit showing us seeing things from a higher perspective. It's also a teacher student. There's a lot that you can learn from this person and a lot that they can learn from you. But that's the important piece, is to stay open minded in the beginning, because you'll glean a lot from them. And like I said, you'll teach them a lot through your experiences and who you are too. So I like this energy because it feels very mutual. But if we look at someone going, "Oh, you have nothing to teach me," then we're not going to see anything. But if we keep an open mind, we're going to be like, "Whoa," our mind's going to be a bit blown by it in a positive way. Yeah, you have the Three of Wands. So with new information, you do change direction, original direction. Let's see what else this is about. Yeah, maybe even towards your dream in a different way with the Star card here, which is, a dream come true. And it feels like whoever this person is now, well, maybe we'll see here in the next two cards. Is this you change your mind about what a dream come true is in a person, because you're realizing some of the things that are on my list, I can dump those. Those aren't truly important to me. Why are they even on the list? Because if I have this list, this person wouldn't even, make it onto the list, right? You're like, no, too many things. But it's like questioning what's on this. It just feels like you're able to go a different direction towards what does a dream come true look like when it comes to a relationship with a human, right? Interesting. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, Nine of Cups. Here's the other dream come true card. So definitely this is the emotional dream come true, and all of this that leads you into this place of happiness. So I like this for you. And maybe that was a good idea going to this potluck. I think we had that encouragement before you went, right? King of Pentacles here. This is abundance, fullness that comes in, and the Sun card. Two beautiful, beautiful, huge cards about abundance and positive results that come from this. So I like that for you, Nelia. There we go. So I definitely feel like someone's coming your way. And as we said, it definitely feels like it's coming from um, as a result of going to the potluck and among people that you've met. So, and I think, didn't we? Spirit's bringing back, and I do so many readings that when I get something, of course, it's important. Didn't they say that you wouldn't like meet the person at the potluck, like you're a future love, but you would meet it through someone at the potluck, right? I think is what it came in. So I think that is what is coming in. Let's see. What's your fortune cookie? Hey, Divine Empathic Tarot. Hello, my fiend. Good to see you. Shout out to another YouTube channel member. I tell you, it still cracks me up. Look, you got friendship coming in. So a friend needs your help, your kindness, and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. So I feel like this is like what you help each other with there. So I like that. Um, yeah, I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you there. Nelia for number 2. All right. And let me spell this correctly. Autocorrect has gone wild here. Okay, there we go. All right. So Sonali Thakur, and if I am getting close to that, um, apologies if I'm totally mispronouncing that. Let's put out your, whoops. First, in case Nelly wasn't here, I don't think I put your second. There you go. So Sonali, hello. Oh, I'm right. Yay. Thank you so much. Thank you for being kind, even if I murdered it slightly. All right. So thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me. And you'd like a general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here, see what Spirit has for you today. And welcome being a new subscriber as well to the channel. Welcome to the Zen friends. Good to have you. All right. So you do need those. What else? All right. Wow, these cards. And I got those two, but these underneath it. All right, we'll see what is coming in here. You're so sweet. All right. So, what do we have? Let's get these scooched. I think we want these two like this, and these two like this, and these two under there. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, you do have the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups, they roll over the cup suit with the Queen, of course. But behind every King card, there's also a second portion of Swords, thinking. So they represent a great balance between head and heart. And it also is a card of mine that represents like a very compatible individual in our lives because they're able to, they're intelligent, but they can communicate their feelings. So they're intelligent, but they are not so, um, so in their head, they don't know what an emotion is. And they're not so emotional that they are emotionally unstable. There is this wonderful balance. And so they're a great fit for you. So whoever this is, and we'll see here if it's romantic or not, if we feel that. But I definitely feel like it's a presence of someone that is very balanced and coming in there. So I like that for you. You are single. All right. So you're all on board with this, right? You're like, bring him on, bring him toward me. Yes, yes, yes. um, some things that you've been learning and gleaning here. You've got the Hierophant, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective, your higher self showing you these things. And the Five of Pentacles, this is what you've been really with two fives. It's been this transformative period of time where the Five of Pentacles is like awareness or transformation from beliefs of lack, where we feel the fear of being abandoned, the fear of being left behind, the fear of not being enough or having enough, blah, 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 that lack energy, right? But this Hierophant has allowed you to see things differently and realize that it's Creator that brings us what we need in each moment, and that we have this, fullness of life that comes from within, and the outside world is above and beyond extra. And there's this transformation of realizing the outside world is lacking when I'm trying to have it fill up on the inside. But when I fill up on the inside and I'm full and overflowing, anything anyone gives me is above and beyond extra. So you've been in this wonderful transformational area, and this is what's been preparing you for this relationship. And had you met this person before, then there would be a lot of this, yeah. Right? You would be stuck thinking they're gonna make me feel full and whole, which all that does is send us in this, um, having expectations on them to do something they can't, and then we're disappointed in them, and then we focus on what a disappointment they are, and then things, you know, poop out. But this is this energy of, um, you know, I am I'm fine alone. I don't need someone. But I'd like someone. There's a difference between I need someone to make me whole because 'cause I'm a half, and I need my other half to make me a whole. No, I am whole and 100%, you know, self-sufficient. I have everything I need inside of me, but I would like to share my life with someone, and I would like someone to be my above and beyond extra, and I would like to be their above and beyond extra. But I don't wanna have to need someone, but I want someone. So there's this great energy that comes in here with this. Which leads you to the next step here. Let's see what this is about. Yeah, you got the Emperor energy coming in, very Aries. I like this, and the Empress. Oh, I should have said it. I bet you have a divine counterpart energy here. Yeah. So, you've got the Emperor with the Empress. These are the couple, right? The grand couple. The king rules over kings. I mean, the emperor rules over kings and the empress rules over queens. And, um, so if we have like, if we're an empress and we have a king, that's a lower position, that's not an equal, it's someone that's going to, need more from us, and if we're a queen and with an emperor, then they're on a higher level, and we're never gonna see eye to eye, but when you have the emperor and the empress, it's this equal, beautiful balance. You're, um you see eye to eye and you have that. Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, that's something that's good to, realize too with, and I feel like this is one of the big things we learn with the 5 of Pentacles. When I focus on thinking that I'm missing something in my life, I actually push them further away. So if I'm like I need someone, I want someone, kind of energy, then I actually make it longer before I meet them instead of, all right, creator, I trust you're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect timing in the perfect way, focusing on gratitude to creator for that. And then also think of if I've had any relationships, what did I love about those individuals? Have gratitude for that. What would I love to have in a relationship? Picture that and have gratitude for it. But stay like when I asked creator once, right? They have the greatest memory out of everyone, right? Could just go, hey, I would like a relationship with this emperor. Um, and I give that to you. So now I ask once and then gratitude the rest of the time. And that's what puts us in the energy of coming in, right? And if we start to become impatient, which is very human of all of us, then that means we've moved it back into lower vibrational wanting energy. Because if it's like, I want it now, I want it. Oh, want energy. Want energy is lacking energy, which pushes things away, right? So we're like, "Tick, tick, tick, tick," we go back into gratitude, living life, loving life, and not worrying about and focusing on wanting and needing, but grateful and gratitude, truly. And we can't full spirit, right? We can't, go, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Where are they at?" Because our energy is, even if our mouth is saying, "Thank you, gratitude, gratitude," but our energy is what we draw towards us, not what we're saying, not what we're doing, but who we're being, right? So, the gratitude can help with that. Right, and then let's see what else they want you to know here. Yeah. So you've got all these 5 energies, the 5 of wands. This transformational energy here, which is letting go of that lower vibrational, anything rooted in fear, we can transform to higher vibration. But the Two of Pentacles, it's like changing the outward energy. Like what are our actions doing? Like every moment we make a choice, mental choice of the story we're putting to anything, the emotional choice we're choosing to feel, the energetic choice, like what we're focusing on, and then our physical actions. What am I doing in the outside world? And I feel like with this combination, it feels like this. All right, what I can do in the meantime is keep myself busy on living life and doing things that I want. And instead of having energy invested in trying to find love, I'm going to invest my energy in doing things I love in the outside world because I feel like it's in doing things that you love, that's where you meet them. So if we're like trying to get into this, fill this position in our life for the emperor, when we're like, no, you know what? I know they're going to come my way. I'm going to meet them in the perfect timing. So I'm going to go live life, enjoy, do the things I love, go to a painting class, especially anything that's creative and expressive of who you are, going out and doing that. And in doing that, that's where you meet them. Let's see what's below the surface here. Yeah. Eight of Swords, which is about leaving behind our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made us feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted and small and powerless and blah, blah, blah. All those small t truths rooted in fear. And we realize, these are those opinions that were poured into our head growing up about what is a relationship supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? Who am I supposed to be? You know, all this stuff that just constricts because that is the stuff that sucks the life out of a relationship. Whenever we have this long list of expectations, what we do instead of having gratitude about who someone is and who someone's being in a relationship, gratitude for what the relationship is bringing, even gratitude for who I'm in the relationship and what it's bringing me, if I'm focused on that, then that grows. But if I'm focused on the expectations, I'm not focused on what is happening. I'm focused on what's not happening. What happens when we focus on what's not happening? We get more not happening, right? Because our energy grows that. So it's like changing our mindset to something grander called gratitude, right? So I like that. It's getting out of those mindsets, releasing those expectations, making our habit focusing on what we love and what we're grateful for instead of what we feel is missing and what people aren't doing, right? Yeah, which is these the Nine of Swords. So I like this. The nine, and go from the Eight of Swords to the Nine of Swords, which is letting go. We're so tired, so exhausted, trying to live up to everyone's expectations. And I really like this, you know, I'm so sick and tired of living up to all these expectations and trying to make sure everyone else is, and it is exhausting. And so this is letting those things go so that you can be ready and draw in this emperor, this king of cups, this person who just fits like a glove. So I love that energy for you. And we'll pull a fortune cookie here for you as well. So we can do that. You are very welcome. I'm excited because those are some great things. It's just a little bit of alteration that allows us to make these changes and draw them to you because they're working on raising their love vibration. So are you, and then you guys draw each other together. So all right, let's take a look here. What else do they have here? Your fortune cookie. These are from the heart affirmation cards. I embrace the love and power of my cherished self. I honor my divinity. Beautiful little card there. So it's that self love. And that's so true because, excuse me, we can't love someone else more than to the extent we love ourselves. We can't receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So the more I expand my self love, the more I open up my ability to give and receive love to the humans too. So I like it. I like it. I like it. All All right, so that's what they have for you, Sonali. So thank you again for your donation, and I'm glad that resonates with you. All right, so many blessings to you. All righty. Let's see, where were we at here? So that was that one. All right. So Moonlight 5, hello, hello. Good to see you here. And let's see, what were you at here? I think it was 55, 39, maybe somewhere around there. But hey, Moonlight, good to see you. Let's put your timestamp out there. All right. Yeah. And definitely, if I didn't say hello to you earlier, Moonlight, shout out to one of my YouTube channel members as well. Hello, hello. So, how come your ex called you talking random stuff for an hour tonight? He was actually at a cabin with the guys. Wow. Was he? My first ex would call me when they were drunk, and it was funny because they were Hispanic, but they moved to Ireland for several years to where they had an Irish accent. It was funny to hear him talk. Actually, it especially came out when he was tipsy. It was funny. All right, let's find out though. Why did your ex call you? Talking random stuff. Too funny. All right, let's take a look, see what else we got here. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. Nightmare and insomnia. Did they he wasn't drunk. Did he have a nightmare? Was he calling for comfort? I'm kidding. We'll take a look here. All right. So what was going on here? Well, definitely a lot on their mind here. With that Nine of Swords being the underlying energy, we got the Justice card. Here's more Swords energy here. And the balancing out. So it's seeing things from a higher perspective, questioning their thoughts, their fears. The Eight of Swords, too, becoming aware of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that had made them feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. And then the Queen of Pentacles. So it's funny. This is that Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy. They, you've always been, you're a natural nurturer, and you are. I mean, the moon energy, right? Cancer, moon energy. So, and even though they were talking about random things, so much was going through their head, so much was going on up in their mind that, you know, um, it's just talking to you. It just feels like this energy of I can ramble and I just knowing you're there somehow comforts them, you know. Um, I mean, that's one of the things that they always, wanted there, right? That they enjoyed that of it, and everyone does, right? But that's the whole thing is you become, excuse me, in the past, you became a mat to people when they they would only come around when they needed something, right? And it's like you help balance. You have, your energy balances, your heart balances. You have, a great mind of coming up with uh, generating options and giving people ideas on how to solve things, and all of that too. But this nurturing energy is what they were contacting you for, making sure that you don't run far too far away. Well, they're your ex, but that's why they're your ex, right? because you're like, no, 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 no. And so what else? We got three other cards here. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. New opportunity. What? Is this the second chance? Let's see what else we have here. The Nine of Wands. Hey, would you like to hit your head up against a wall again? Here's a new opportunity to hit my head up against the same wall that I've been hitting my head up against for years. Yeah. You want some conflict? You ready for some conflict? Five of Swords. I really miss us arguing, and I miss, you getting frustrated with me. That's funny though. But the Page of Pentacles. Oh yes, I. Oh yeah, you take it on. Yeah, you talk about what the other stuff I'd mentioned, but yeah, but this Page of Pentacles, it kind of has this energy of maybe trying again and a new opportunity. Um, I feel like some of the guys were talking about their relationships, and they don't feel like there's any other um like they wouldn't go back to any of the other of their exes or whatever. But I feel like they were kind of in this, you know, somber kind of reflectionary with all the sword stuff, and he'd been thinking, and then he was talking to you, but then I feel like he was kind of feeling out how you would respond and act to things. But I feel in the end, with this Nine of Wands and this Five of Swords, that he kind of, I want to say he chickened out, but buck, 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 he chickened out, where he was like, oh no, um, I don't think that you would want to go through that stuff again. This Nine of Wands and this Five of Swords, the conflict and the barriers that are there. And I feel like more so with this Five of Swords, it was like their mind going, "Whoa, well, heart, what are you trying to do?" And and pulled them back at the last minute. Yeah, your feet on the ground. So no walk in the park, right? It's like, mm. So I like that. So that is what I feel like the reason why they were calling there, and kind of checking things out and seeing what is up, what is up with that. But so that is what they have. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here. I feel like I want to go from the heart here. So what else? Okay, thank you. I acknowledge and accept emotions as they arise within me without prejudice or judgment. So you can allow yourself to feel, let's see here, you can say a little better, yourself to feel how you feel or not. And that's okay. It's like this time around, I get to choose whether I want to, wander in that park, that scary park. You're like, that's all right. We don't need to do that if we don't want to. But that's what they have for you right now, Moonlight. So thank you again for your donation. Many blessings to you. And then Rose, you are up next. So Rose, thank you. Whoa, totally messed up that. Let me try that again. There we go. So thank you so much for your donation. And let's see, yeah, I did put Moonlights out there. Making sure I'm not slacking on the job here. So here's your timestamp just in case. So Rose, let's take a look here. So George, his current energies towards you, on and off contact and separation. Will there be a reunion? I don't know why I have. I don't know if you have, if there was a Menudo, which Ricky Martin, he was in Menudo. When Menudo broke up, was there going to be a reunion? That's what was coming through my head. I don't know why. Very odd reference coming in. So I don't know where that's coming from. So if that means anything to you, there you go. So let's take a look here. Current energies towards you. Let's see what their current energies are. Thank you. And this one and this one. Thank you. What else? Any other? Okay. These? Nope, just that one. Okay. And then will there be a reunion? All right. It's a lot of cards for reunion. We'll take a look and see what these are all going to bring here. Let me just scooch these over so I have space. These go under here. These are all here. Okay. Now, the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is an energy of walking away from emotions or relationships that don't serve you anymore. And this person's heading off on this adventure that will eventually take them to the Nine of Cups, which is a dream come true. But this is about leaving behind these emotions and or relationships that don't serve anymore that help you move forward. So that's the starting energy. Let's see what's coming in here and see if there's any clarity that comes in with that. But finding out what are their energies towards you right now. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Devil card energy, which is Saturn, Capricorn energy. It's a lot of thinking, a lot of rattling of a cage of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and um, kind of this feeling of, getting out of their head of all the things they think a relationship is supposed to be, who they're supposed to be. Just a big challenging of a lot of their values in life are happening. Let's see what else comes in here around their current energies towards you. We have the Knight of Cups. So there is romantic energy there. And Ace of Pentacles is about a new opportunity, kind of energy. What's underneath there? And the Ace of Swords, also new communication. So they are contemplating here with this, the Capricorn energy of, could there be romance? Could there be a new opportunity? Should I reach out and contact? So there's a lot that they're mulling over here. And so I feel like spirit is letting you know that they do have you on the radar for, you know, contemplating. They haven't decided, but contemplating a second opportunity and things like that. Now I understand why there's so many cards around reunion, because I feel like there's going to be warnings in here for you from spirit about the return, the return of the devil. But let's take a look here and see. So, based on current energies, will there be a reunion? Got the Page of Wands. It's a new passion, a new start. The Queen of Cups. This is a lot of emotional energy. This is trust your gut, trust your intuition. And we got the Six of Cups, not Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles. I was looking at the cups down here. The Six of Pentacles is an energy of, it's a codependency awareness card. So something to be aware of. And I feel like they're like, yeah, there can be this restart, but trust your gut, trust your instincts. Um, don't let your heart, you know, the fear of the heart that I'll never find love and my heart only belongs to them kind of energy. Don't let that, override that gut going whoop, whoop, whoop. The Six of Pentacles energy is, it's, if this sounds familiar, over giving since you were very young, feeling you have to give a whole lot to deserve a little, overdoing things in school, overdoing things with friendships, overdoing things with, family and friends and lovers and whoever, always feeling you have to be the one doing more. That goes back to this out of balance giving and receiving, where that's what codependency kind of energy, me recovering over giver, where I would feel like I had to be the one giving everything else and I wouldn't allow them to give a whole lot back. But I also would end up with people who would take, 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 right? Because that's what we need. That's what we think we need anyway. An overgiver, I need someone that can endlessly give to, right? And as I endlessly give to them, I teach them to take more and then I get exhausted, but I continue to give until I'm resentful. And then I'm giving to them. I don't want them to give to me. And so they end up giving to someone else in some way, somehow. A lot of mine ended up giving to other people outside of the relationship in ways that we said we weren't going to do, or workaholic, or investing their time and energy into the friends, or working out, or whatever, a hobby, or wherever I've already said that. But, this is that awareness of going, wait a minute, what's this connection? Why do I want to get back together with them? Was it healthy for me? Right. So I feel like that's important. Let's look at two underlying energies underneath that. Yeah, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is the card of being independent and with yourself, and the Knight of Swords, seeking the quest for clarity, seeing things more clearly on what happened in the relationship. What is it that you learned before, and what do you think has changed? Because if they haven't changed, we're gonna they only can offer what they offered before. If we haven't changed, if neither of us changed, we're just gonna continue to do what we've always done and get what we've always gotten, right? So if things have to change to have a different result, otherwise we're just gonna get back on the merry-go-round, go back around and fall off again, right? Um, so that's important to know. And then what are these last three cards? Yeah. So we have the Death card, death and rebirth. We've got the Two of Swords, yeah, the balance between head and heart, and the Ten of Swords. That's the exhaustion of trying to live up to all those expectations, the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be's, the have to be's. That comes in here. And that's how things end up, you know, and that's what is I'd say, like, the devastation of most relationships is all these expectations that we think are, supposed to be in a relationship. Because when we learn to focus on what we're grateful for in a relationship and not focus on what's expectations aren't being met, a relationship thrives and grows and expands. But when we're focusing on those expectations, we're focusing on what's not happening, and we police it, and then we start nagging each other, and we start telling each other who they're not being and how they're failing us. And who wants to be around that, right? None of us. We're like, I don't want someone telling me how I'm not living up to what they want every day. I'm like, bye. Or they say bye, right? But so hopefully that brings you information on that. um and if you want, if that resonated about the overgiving, I do have a video that talks about, I call it the Six of Pentacles. It's called something else, but it talks about the Six of Pentacles in there. And here's the free video. It's like less than 10 minutes. It just talks about the imbalance that we gain from our early childhood of the overgiving, and how we can, a tool on how we can balance that out, where instead of feeling we have to give so much, that we can have equal giving and receiving. Yeah. And then your fortune cookie says reflection. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. So it's all about reflection on what you really want and what you feel you deserve. And you do deserve to be with someone like you, right? Someone who can give equally, not someone that you feel um, can't keep up, you know, with you. So, all right. So that's what they have for you, Rose. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. All right. Wow. Whoa, whoa. Lucky. Hey. Lucky. I didn't get to any of the free readings in the past session. I know it was a 6 hour stream, and I got to the end. I'm like, I got to go eat before I start my next stream. So I had to leave without doing any of the free readings. So, yeah, please, if you didn't already, I think you put your question back out. We'll definitely try to get to the free readings tonight. Um, in fact, I just finished my last donation, so we'll be starting here in a moment on the free reading. So that's good. Let me take a sip here. I know. So blessed. so, so first, let's take a look here. Make sure. Let's see. We do have some free readings from my YouTube channel members. They, of course, get additional priority. So let's take a look here. So Nelia, let's put your free reading here. We'll put all of your timestamps together here. Just because I'm lazy. I'm not going to do them separate. So Nelia, your free reading here. From the meeting today, what was Dave's impression of you? Just curious. All right, let's take a look. And for everyone, free readings are faster. They're just 1 to 2 cards, so they will go faster than the others here. Wow, okay. What's going on in Dave's life? Got the 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. There's a lot of fear here with the 9 of Swords, nightmare, insomnia, and the 5 of Pentacles is about not being enough, lack, being left on the cold, abandonment kind of energies. So I just know that their impression of you were through these eyeballs that they have here. And it's funny. I'm like trying to tap in and see their through their eyes what they thought of you, but all I'm hearing is, I wonder what they think of me. 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 This fear of not being enough. They were not so much looking at other people and having thoughts about them, but they were wondering what everyone was thinking of them. Wow. But that's funny. That's a lot of how it is. We think, I wonder what other people are thinking of me, and we're like, everyone's wondering the same thing. They're not really coming up with so much of other people. They're just wondering what everybody thinking about them. That's human. That's so funny. But that's all they have for you, Nelia. They were really, really consumed about what everyone was thinking about them. That's hilarious. All right. All right, that's what they got. That's all I can give you. So there you go. Nelia. And then Christina Lowe. Let's put your second one here. So your free reading here. Let's grab your timestamps, throw them down below. There we go. And so you'd like to know why grandmother is behaving the way she is since coming home from the convalescence home yesterday, and when will it get better? All right. Grandmama. I don't know why they're having me say it that way, but let's take a look here. So why? Why is she behaving the way she did here? Yeah, this 4 of Wands energy, joy and celebration. But this is a gathering here. Mm, there is this, I feel like there was a celebration of some sort, but I feel like there's this great um, sorrow, feeling loss. Like, this is a marriage card, so I feel like it's around marriage and it's around spousal and love. But I feel like they're reliving some loss because I feel like they saw people with other people. There's something that got triggered here, and when I'm sitting in their energy, I just feel both angry and sad at the same time, and it is about spouse, and it is about, like, love, um, that this ending and this pain, this deep pain that's here, and there's, like, this deep loneliness that's coming through. Let's see, when will this get better? Eight of Wands energy. I feel like it's gonna snap out of nowhere, and I feel like it's when they snap out of the past and I don't know if they have Alzheimer's or, that kind where they're stuck in a memory and they're not in reality, but I feel like something snaps them back to reality. Eight of Wands is also like spiritual energy. So rather than focusing on it needs to get better, um, the energy we can look at is thinking about when gratitude for the times when she was happy, when she was feeling loved, when she was feeling let that energy expand that way instead of going, I don't like the way she's acting. Well, then we get more of that, right? Um, so it's like changing and switching the energy up to focus on joy and celebration and um and celebrating her in a way too. This party, this celebration, I don't know. And is there some sort of anniversary coming up of something? Because that energy kind of comes in where I just feel like they're in this place of sadness and anger. But I do feel like it'll snap out of nowhere. She'll suddenly snap back into this to reality instead of being caught in this whirlwind of the past. But we can do our part in thanking the creator and focusing higher vibration energy on our thoughts about her, what we love about her, um, what we've loved about her in the past, and then that grows instead. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you there. Oh, hey, Christina. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, yeah. Oh, Alzheimer's and dementia. Oh, okay. Wow. Isn't it? Meow. They hear meow, 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 meow. Yeah. It's putting in fear, right? But that makes sense if when she was in the home, that was safe and all that, right? Yeah. And I feel like, and that makes total sense too, with this energy because, she felt that safety and her inner child, she was used to it there. Now we're in a strange place and change. It doesn't like change, especially with Alzheimer's and dementia. It's kind of like we revert into our childhood a little bit, and it doesn't like new places, new strange places. And so they're in fight or flight mode. So anything we can do to comfort, um, anything we can do to make it normal and consistent will help her too. So I know. Love, 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 love. And go, Grandpa, Grandpa, can you come bring your energy around her? Please, please. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Hang in there. I'm sending you lots of love. All right. And I think, let me just make sure there were no other of my YouTube channel members. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yep, Divine Empathic Tarot. Hello. So Divine Empathic Tarot, you're at 125.06. Oh, let me type out your name here. That would help too. Divine Empathic Tarot. All right. Throw that down here. Boom, boom. All right. So, good evening, my fiend. What do you need to know? All right. What does Spirit feel you need to know right now? Right now. All right. So, just being aware here, the Judgment card is your higher self calling you to see things from a higher perspective. And there is this the Seven of Swords is like the thievery card of this is more about what are our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are stealing opportunities to like live your calling. Like, well, in order to do that, I would need to blah blah blah. That's the lies. Lies, all lies. Like Frau Bittmar or whatever her name was from Austin Powers, right? Lies. All lies. Um your heart is drawing you to live your dream, to do that, and the these beliefs we have is from growing up, right? There are these limiting thoughts and beliefs that, oh, in order to do that, this would have to happen, and it's like, do it though. Question those thoughts and those beliefs, because it's like, no, we when we have those, we limit the creator. We go, no, creator, it has to be this way. They're like, but if you open up, I'll bring it this way. So it's about releasing the expectations and the supposed to's, have to's, musts around living your dream, and just saying, creator, I don't know how this can come, but I trust you're going to bring it to me in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. And I'm open to ideas, and when we're open minded and not restrictive, this can come here. And I feel like this is what you need to know is what is holding you back, and question those beliefs, because they could open wide up and allow you to move forward. So, what is the fear? What is bubbling up? Something that we can look at. And I feel like that's what they want you to know right now. All right. So, that is what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. You've been saying that? Too funny. Many blessings to you. Love you too. All right. So those were the last of my, I just had that one. And then, so we'll start on free readings here in a sec. Let me just clear my throat here. Let me grab a cough drop. My voice is trying to escape. We're not going to let it get back here. All right. So now we will jump into the free readings. We're going to jump to the top here. And so up first, we've got Ateshi Singh, 128.38 is your timestamp here, Ateshi. Yeah. Looks like it's trying to autocorrect. All right, there we go. So Ateshi, let's put your timestamp out here too. I think I spelled that right. All right. So Ateshi, so does he have any regret over what he did? No. Wow. All these cards keep played out. No, they're like, gonna follow the cards, or are you just gonna channel? We like cards. We like visuals. But no, they're not a regret kind of person. They are an all or nothing type of person. So to admit fault would mean I have to admit I'm a failure. It's all or nothing. There's no gray that they swim in, right? Yeah. So they are that fire. Nine of Swords, that's the nightmare and insomnia. That's all these fears, all that extremity. The Ace of Wands is, it's like a fire. Think of like a forest fire or a grass fire, right? they more move across, like it's a grass fire moves across the grass, right? Consumes. It can't go back. It doesn't look back because there's nothing to consume. It always looks forward to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. This is the kind of energy they have because of that. If they look back and have regrets, then they're a failure. But if they, keep moving and keep moving forward, then they can have this illusion that they're perfect, in their human form, which no human meets all the perfection that we think we're supposed to, even though we really all are perfect, because we're perfect beings. But from our human standpoint, our ego, it fears this long list of things that it's going to, not live up to and fail at. So I don't feel like they have regret. It's just not who they are. It's not personal against you. It's just that's what a grass fire is. It's what I do, kind of energy. So give yourself the apology you're looking for, right? Which is an interesting thing, just real quick, because, you know, when we are looking for an apology for someone, that's looking for the validation we originally wanted from them but didn't get. Because when we're looking for someone and they harm, like in our mind, they harm us in some way, it's because we wanted them to be something, to act a certain way or not act a certain way, say something or not say something that would validate our worth. But when they didn't, that hurt us. Like we were hurt by that. They didn't hurt us. We were hurt by that, because they didn't live up to our expectations. So we felt our disappointment. And now we're looking for an apology to validate us. And we don't need that. You don't need their actions or non actions, their words or their silence to define you. You get to define you. They just tell you who they are by their actions, not who you are by their actions. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what they have for you, Ateshi. So many blessings to you. All right. Zippy, zippy, zippy. We'll move down here. Christina. Right? Does energy get stuck and keep talking to you when you're done questioning them? No, thank God. Nope. And I usually, yeah, I can't remember a time when um, I. It's like a printer. Is kind of how I describe it. The messages come through, and when it's done with what it's sending through, it just stops. I'm done. I'm like, and that's everything. I have nothing else. Um, like sometimes, like I just did, you'll catch me go, but oh, and then da da da. It's like, oh, here comes page two coming through the printer, but it just like suddenly stops. It's like my mind goes blank. The the printer buffer is empty, so it's like, nope, I'm done. On to the next thing. And I blab until I'm done. All right. So good question, Christina. All right. So let's put in here. All right. So Eagle, you're up next. So let's put your timestamp in here. So Eagle. So Eagle, why is it taking R so long to reach out to you? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, and then with this one here too. Do we have an energy here? Okay, so we got the Six of Swords and the Queen, not the Queen, the High Priestess. The High Priestess's energy of you stepping away, going up into your High Priestess temple, seeing things from a different perspective, um, chatting with the heavens, looking behind the veil, diving deep into emotion. So there's a lot of reflective period here for you. And the Six of Swords is about leaving behind, not emotions, thoughts that don't serve anymore, seeing things from that higher perspective, and it brings in change. So when things feel like they're going slow, a big piece of that is that things are going slow on purpose for us, and for the other person. It's giving them time to raise their love vibration, to question things, but it's given us time too to question any thoughts and beliefs and expectations so that don't we don't keep doing what we've always done and get what we've always gotten, and give them a chance to change so that they're not going to keep doing what they've always did, and we're ended up getting what we've always gotten, right? So it's happening here to give you time to really look at what did you learn from your past interactions with them and other past interactions with others. you know what are the fears, what are the expectations that can be transformed, right? One of them is that things need to happen in certain timing, right? I know. Whenever we go finally, or it's taking so long, we have a belief that they should have contacted us by now. But when they're not, then we're like, okay, so things are happening on purpose for me. What gift is in this for me? When things go slow, it's not a punishment to go, let's see how long we can, make you suffer before we give you it. No, they like, we're going slow for you so that you can question thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, release things, and raise your love vibration and raise your love vibration. Because this is where love and joy and peace and gratitude are, which is what we want to experience. But so you're getting the opportunity to release some things and to learn and reflect on things. And as soon as you've done the reflection that you need to do for you to raise your vibration to the place you want, that speeds things up and draws things in sooner. But on the other side too, they also can be, dragging their feet, and we don't want that. It's like taking the bread out of the oven too early. We don't want a mouthful of dough. Blech. We want fresh baked bread, right? So hopefully that helps, Eagle. That's what they want you to know right now. So many blessings to you. Sorry, let me just jot some names down here. Oops. So I can just zip on down the list here. Okay, and got you and you. Okay. Whoa. All right. So, blessed one, you are up. Let's put your. There we go. So, blessed one, you want to ask what's coming in for you in the near future. All right. Got that one. Oh, what else? Okay. All right. Woo la la. So you do have some love energy heading towards you with the Empress. That is, it's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy, but I immediately got sensuality and birthing energy coming in. And the Knight of Cups is someone coming to offer love. The Knights do serve the queens, and the Empress rules over all the queens. So there is this energy of an individual that is coming your way here in the near future, because that's what we asked. So I feel like there's a meeting. I don't feel like it's someone you know now. You do have the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck too. Okay, let's do it right. Let's not do it half-assed, right? That's the relationship card. So it is someone that has that type of energy that can come in here for you, but it is someone who comes offering this, romantic love here for you. So I like that energy for you. Um, anything else coming in there? What do you have to do for this to come in? Just continue to focus on nurturing yourself, raising your love vibration, with that Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy of the Empress. It's because the more you love yourself and raise your love, the more you can give and receive love to the individual too. So I do feel like, that is um, what's coming towards you. I know, so mysterious. That's all they want to say right now. Whoa. Okay. All right. So that's what they have for you, blessed one. I know. How can we just leave that at that? But that's what they have for now. All right. All right. And then we have here Kavya. Is that Kavya Dixit, maybe? Um, so you were at 14040. Oh, I love repeating numbers. There we go. So that's your, and you wanted to know, what is the current feelings of pratik for you? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. I feel like they're trying to figure things out. The hanged man is this pausing energy, this, delay, trying to see things from a higher perspective, trying to gain clarity. And the King of Wands is a bridled, passionate energy, but it's also like they're trying to figure out, like, what do I want to do? Because if you think of like a king with a room full of, advisors all telling them what they should do with the kingdom and blah, 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 and all these opinions. And they're like, all right, everybody, thank you. Put your opinions over there on the table and please clear the throne room. I appreciate you, but I'm the king. I'm going to decide what I want. I'm going to put a plan together and put energy behind it. But this is what they're in this trying to figure things out, trying to know what next step they want to do or not. And so they have the passionate energy with the King of Wands, but they also want to make sure of what their intentions are, what they want to do, how they want to move forward or not. And it feels like it's in a holding pattern because they're really trying to, they know this is an important and very important um, path to choose in the life. They're not taking it lightly. They're putting a lot of um, effort and time into deciding what they want to do here. So this is more about intentions, and but I don't feel like they're letting this like flow. I don't. It didn't have cups energy. It's more physical, energetic attraction than it is. I don't feel like they allow themselves to feel a whole lot yet. Um, I feel like that comes later when they really put a ring on it, when they solidify it, then they can become vulnerable. But until then, they're like, no, do, 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 kind of energy. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what they have for you right now, Kavya. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Michelle Ball. Let's grab your timestamp here. So, Michelle, there we go. So, Michelle, you want to know, will you and Gary get back together? Ever get back together, right? Is that a Taylor Swift song? I think theirs is never, ever. But will you ever get back together? Based on Kurt energies, that's a no. And that makes sense why I heard Taylor Swift's song. 3 of Swords, disappointment. 9 of Swords, nightmare and insomnia. Things haven't changed with them. They still have the same fears, the same thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So we can't expect um, things to be different if things don't change. Like, if we don't do things differently, if they don't do things differently, then we end up with the same result, right? We can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. This is them. No, it would end up the same thing because they haven't done really a lot of reflective, energy in here. They just keep doing the same, have the same beliefs, have the same fears, which then ignite the same actions. So right now the energy is, that it's not because it hasn't been, um, you know, things haven't changed. So it's not bringing a different result yet. The only thing that you can do, because you can't control them, you can't do anything with that. You can just focus in on you. What are your thoughts and beliefs? What are your emotions? What are your energy? What are your actions? What can you do to let go of thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you anymore, emotions that don't serve you anymore, energy that doesn't serve anymore, things that don't in the physical world that don't serve you anymore? When you clear those things away, your energy rises, your love vibration goes higher. And if they're doing theirs, then you're drawn back together. If they don't, then you're going to draw on someone that matches that energy, which is, yeah, our heart loves who they love. But when it's like, ooh, I love you more, because they're able to give that same love, right? So hopefully that makes sense, Michelle. For right now, that's the energy that's out there. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Lolita, you are up next. Let's grab your timestamp here. All right. So, Lolita, you'd like guidance for the situation on your mind. All right. Let's take a look here. What is going on in the mind? The mind. Okay. All right. Guidance. Wow. Two very spiritual, psychic, spiritually gifted individuals. You got the Queen of Cups, who rolls over the cups and gets a second portion of cups. She's the master of emotion and empathic abilities, and the High Priestess. She's all about connecting to the spirit world. So the High Priestess is also stepping away from the chaos, going up into your High Priestess temple. Connect with spirit, see things from a higher perspective, look behind the veil, try to understand what's going on behind the scenes. We understand why humans do what they're doing, or we don't. We're like, what the hell are they doing? But when we see things from that higher perspective, we understand, oh, what's really going on below the surface. They're doing this because of their fears. They're doing this because of that. They're doing this because of that. And this Queen of Cups allows us to understand the emotions, our own too, diving deep into our emotions. The High Priestess does. Queen of Cups rolls over that realm and understand empathically what emotions we're picking up from others, but what's going on emotionally within us too. And so, when we're looking at the situations here, a lot of this is trust your gut, trust your intuition, but connect with spirit, asking them to show you the truth of things. And if you're unsure of a decision to make or what you should do, spirit is so willing to help us. All we have to do is ask them of our own free will. Can you bring me information to make my decision a no brainer? And they will bring you the information you need to be able to make a decision. Because when we're unclear of things, that's why we find trouble making a decision, going into direction. But when we get clear information, it's like, all right, no doubt, I'm going this way, not that way. So I feel like that's what they have for you right now, Lolita. Hopefully that helps, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Mary Hopkins. So, Mary, thank you so much. Here, let's grab your timestamp. Boom, boom, boom. All right, there we go. And thank you for being a new subscriber as well. Hello, nice to meet you as well. So, you want to ask if your partner was unfaithful this week. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's find out what's happening here. So, were they unfaithful this week? Hold on a second. You're about to see me struggle way down here. And then I also wanted to ask, because I get nosy. Sorry, my shirt. Okay, there we go. They've been unfaithful before. So, unfaithful this week? No, not this week. Justice card, there's this balance, balanced energy. It's very mental, very I don't feel like this week. In the past here, Doesn't feel like recently either. We got the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. This is like the marriage card and the mother nature, mother nurture card here. So it doesn't feel like it here. I don't know about this. This Queen of Pentacles energy, it's interesting because it feels like mother, and I don't know if their mother was cheated on. It just feels like there's this um I don't want to say it's a fear, but it's a really strong mental position that, because their mom was cheated on, that's like they never part of them, is like they never want to hurt someone like they saw their mother being hurt. But it doesn't mean that they're not thinking about it, but I don't feel like they've acted on it, and that's what keeps it is like I don't want to treat anyone and have someone feel like the way my mom felt. But that's what's coming in, and if that resonates there, but I don't feel like this week I don't feel like they have. So, I know with that we have those thoughts and that we have that fear. Something to look at too, Mary, is I know for me, my mom was cheated on when I was young. Well, before I was born, when I was really, really young, my older between my older brother and me, and so when I was in my mother's womb and all the way through my childhood growing up, I felt her fear of being cheated on again, which I think it happened a lot. But so my fear getting into relationships was that I was going to get cheated on. And lo and behold, I drew in that because my focus was I feared that. And what happened? I drew it to me. So some things we can look at are why do I fear that? And of course, a big thing is that we fear that if they do that, that means this about me. It doesn't mean anything about us. This is just them unhappy on the inside, which none of us can, my happiness is my responsibility. Their happiness is their responsibility. No one can make me happy. I can only choose to be happy or not. Regardless of what's going on in the world, I am the one that gets to choose. Someone can give me the entire world, I can still choose to be unhappy. So it's coming back to our happiness and allowing us to see this. If you haven't checked out um, Mel Robbins, I've been talking about her since I started reading her book. It's like an amazing thing. Even follow her on Instagram. She talks a lot about this. But this is about giving people back their power. Well, really taking back our power. We've been giving it away to people, and that you get to choose for you and to really look into you. But this is like something that um, the fears, the insecurities, the all this is based upon us defining ourselves by someone else, right? And so it's important for us to, really uh, be able to take our power back and realize it's not other people that are, you know, um, defining me. I get to define me and no one else, right? All right. So that is what they have for you, Mary. Hopefully that helps. I know. I know. All right. And then Highness, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. Highness was 153:55. Ooh, getting close to heading off here in a moment. I'll talk about that in a sec here, though. All right. So, Highness, here's your timestamp. So, does Taurus know that you're not currently employed, or does she think I'm working someplace else? All right. Let's take a look here. Does the Taurus know that you're not currently employed? Okay. Yes. She sees that you've walked away from something that doesn't serve you anymore, whether that was you choosing to walk away or the other people, but you've left a situation that no longer serves you. And, the Three of Pentacles is an energy of, being true to your authentic self and seeing you as a creative, starving artist. But but no, I definitely feel like they know that you walked away from something and um, that you're being true to you, um, kind of energy, that's coming in there. So that's what they have there. So I don't feel like she thinks you're working someplace else. I feel like they know that you're working on trying to find somewhere else to work. All right. So there you go. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. Right. And then Teresa Horton. I know, right? Finally, right? All right. I think you're going to be the last I'm going to be able to get in this session. But for everyone else, I will take screenshots here in a second after I go spend some time with my Praying Mantis members. I will attempt to come back on and finish out all the readings because I know I didn't complete any free readings in the earlier session. Oh my goodness, I know. All right. So here, Teresa, let's jump into you. So your daughter is a Capricorn. She's 35. Her friend is 34. He's a Scorpio. They stay together. Said he gets where he won't sleep with her. She's putting out where back. She put out when she will be back. And is he cheating? All right. I answered this the other night, or last weekend, as well. So I did get to that one. Whenever you asked it last. I remember this one specifically. So, because I remember joking that, is she snoring? Ha 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 ha. Okay. Let's take a look here, Teresa. Let's see. They stay together. She said he gets where he won't sleep with her. She put him out. When will he be back? Oh, when will he be back? Okay, so she put him out. That was different from last time. Yeah, I get you. So, when will he be back? And is he cheating? I didn't get the cheating energy last time. Let's see. Now that she put him out, when will he be back? Say Ace of Swords. That is new communication. Is he cheating? No. So I feel like with the Ace of Swords, feel he'll be he's gonna reach out. As far as being back, they're gonna reach out and he's gonna talk first. I don't feel like he's cheating. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is an energy of, really focusing on work and um, just work kind of energy. But I don't feel any cheating energy with this either. But I feel like they're in a transformational type of energy with this Eight of Pentacles too. Like they're trying to figure out who they are and what they want in life and that kind of energy with that too. But I don't feel cheating energy. I just feel like they're unsure of their life and what they want and who they want to be. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of the energy when I sit with them. I almost feel a little depressed, but it just feels like I don't know who I am, what I want. Everything feels empty. It's not about her, it's about their life. Altogether that's there. So that's what's coming in there. Hmm. But I feel like they will reach out via phone, first to try to talk things out. And I feel like they need to get uh, someone to talk to, like professional, to help them, figure out what this is that's going on inside as well. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in right now, Teresa. So many blessings to you. All right. So everybody, I'm going to take some screenshots here. Let's see. We did that right here. Okay. So I know Ashu Patel, I almost got to you. So sorry. But we will return in about an hour and a half, depending on how long we take, with our YouTube, our Praying Mantis member, sorry. Um, and then I will pop back on and we'll finish out all the readings. I did complete all donations, at least hopefully there's none down below I didn't see here. So we'll finish up all the free readings. Whoops. Went flying. Where'd it go? Okay, right here. And so I will jump back on, and then I will put a timestamps when I return as well. Okay. All right. So, and then as soon as I'm signing off here, I'll post the timestamps of this session too. So I'll do that here in a quick sec. All right, everybody. So thank you for your patience in getting to your readings. I'm so grateful. And like I said, I shall return. Until then, remember every second of every day of your life that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. Of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. Remember, have fun. Because why are you being so serious? This is a playground. Go play. All right. We'll see you soon.